Okay, guys, I need your honest opinion. Is there such a thing as too many Robert Tonner dolls? Obviously, my answer to that question is no, because I have another Ellowyne Wilde to share with you today. I saw this Mary Lennox Ellowyne Wilde doll unboxed on Mark Tinkey's YouTube channel. It's called My Threads, and I was hooked. I knew I was not going to be able to say no to getting her. She is a gorgeous, gorgeous doll. I mean, just look at that hair. This dress, which he made the pattern for. And here is the card that Robert Tonner created, the illustration, and then the little poem that goes with each of the dolls. And I will say The Secret Garden, I think all of us kind of have a soft spot for The Secret Garden. I'm going to talk a little bit more about The Secret Garden in this video, the book. But let's go ahead and get into this dolly. She is so pretty. The hair is really brighter than I had anticipated, and there's a lot of it. Looks like a lot. I feel like there's product in there. Yeah, it feels like it's got some product, and I don't see myself brushing it out. You know, we'll see how it goes. And she has these amazing boots. Check out the boots. They have faux shoestrings in the front, but they're already laced up, which is very nice. I don't have to deal with that. And then zipper back here. So hopefully these will be easy to put on. I really like the detail. Hopefully you can see that. Let me get a little bit more light here. There, it's a little bit better. And what else is in here? Oh, that's right. She comes with a bird. If you remember in the book, there's a little bird. Oh, and of course the key. Oh, I didn't remember. I forgot about the key. That's right, because she needs that to get into the secret garden. And then this is a little bird that kind of follows her around. Like I said, I'll talk a little bit more about the secret garden here once I get her out and about. These are kind of fun. Very fun little props. And I think I have her out. Wait, something. Oh, she's got a hand. She's got a hand tied down here. And she does come with a stand. It's retractable saddle stand. Oh, and the base of it's down underneath her. She's got her feet covered. That's nice. She already has her stockings on. This dress is beautiful. Wow, just all of the ruffles, the fabric. It's kind of silky. This is interesting. This is sort of like a, I don't know what you call that, where you've got a burnt looking pattern. It looks like flowers onto this silky ribbon. Holy cow, guys. All right, well, let's take her off. Oh, look at that hair. Wow. Look at the hair. She has painted eyes and inset eyelashes. There's a little stray hair there. So here's a close-up of her face. She has beautiful painted blue eyes and the inset eyelashes. You can see them kind of sticking up there. They look like they're in really good shape. And then she's got some blushing and very red lips. She has red fingernail polish on her hands and also on her toes. You can see that as well. So I will get her all put together here with her boots and her bird and her key, and we can take a really good look at her. Oh, look how this is interesting. So this snaps here. I will probably be displaying her in this outfit for quite a while, but she is a really beautiful doll, and I could see all kinds of possibilities for restyling her. I will be leaving her hair as is. She's got this really pretty ribbon there too. Wonder how that's attached. Okay, it's attached to the rubber band there, so she'll probably always wear that. All right, so let me get her all dolled up, as they say, and we'll take a look at her and talk a little bit about the secret garden. Here she is in front of the secret garden that's part of a little children's book I picked up at the library. This is a toned down version of the original novel, and it is illustrated, but it's got some really pretty pictures. I won't show you all of them, but here they are, the kids in the garden. There they are again at the end. And I just love the idea that this doll was imagined from this wonderful story that means so many to us who have grown up reading this book. Along with this gorgeous dress and this little robin, and there's a robin that is very important in the story, is this key. This is the key to the secret garden. And you know, I was thinking, boy, I've got to be careful I don't lose this. And it's actual metal. I thought it was plastic when I first saw it, but it does feel like metal. So it's pretty nice. So I'm thinking I'm going to use some chain and a couple of jump rings and a clasp here and make a sort of key necklace kind of thing to drape from her, from this little waistband. I think there's enough room that I could kind of have it hang from here. So I'm going to measure. This looks like a couple of inches, and I want it to kind of hang down here. So it's not going to be super noticeable, but this way it'll always stay with the doll. And it sort of fits in with the whole theme because when she's out trying to find the secret garden, the bird shows her where the key's at. The key's buried in the ground, and the bird helps her find the key, and then eventually the door that the key goes into the secret garden. So, and just real quickly, I found another really cool book in my library. This is a graphic novel, and it kind of covers only the good stuff. Like, it doesn't mention the fact that the little girl, Mary, actually, her parents died of cholera in India, and it doesn't talk about her experience growing up and actually being born in India or any of that. Not that that was a bad experience, but they kind of gloss over what happens, and it starts with her immediately arriving at the home in the moors. But I thought it was a kind of an interesting find. I did read it. It read really quickly, obviously, because it is a graphic novel. But if you're looking for something for the kiddos, this might be a fun little book to get them started. And let's see, it is adapted by Mariah Marston and illustrated by Hannah Luchettlefeld, Luchettlefeld. So, and yeah, so I need to kind of figure out how long this needs to be. And I'm thinking, let me kind of measure here a little bit. Whoops. Let's kind of eyeball it. It doesn't have to be perfect. So get out of the way, little robin. We don't need you right now. All right, so I'm kind of thinking, kind of have it hang about to here. And so probably it needs to be double that. All right, do not lose that little thing right there. Get out of the way, Mary. And I'll show you, after I show you how to, I'm going to make this real quick. I will show this on the doll. I actually got her shoes on, which was a feat to say the least. I really wish they would make these shoes just a little teeny bit bigger. It makes it really challenging sometimes to get them on the doll. And I mean, just like a minuscule amount bigger, so I don't have to fight this poor doll to get these shoes on. All right, so let me see how long this is. All right, it looks like it's about 7 inches long, and I don't have the label on this anymore, but you can tell this is very fine brass chain. And I'm going to attempt to put a jump ring on one end and a spring ring clasp that has a little hook on the other end. And then I'm going to attach this jump ring to here and just slip it on. So everything should fit. So the piece is finished. As I told you, it was very simple construction. This was a 7-inch piece of thin brass chain. I just cut off a spool of chain that I have using my wire cutters. And then I added a little jump ring. This is probably like a 3mm jump ring at the end, maybe even 2mm, quite small. A 5mm spring ring clasp at the other end of the chain, and then I use the other little jump ring to attach the key. And I left this little bit of ribbon here. All right, I might take it off later, but it came originally with the piece, so I'm going to leave it on there for now. And this is actually long enough for a lot of dolls to wear as a necklace, but like I said, I am going to put it on her waistband here. So unsnap this little waistband, and it's probably easier if I go ahead. Now I could have just made this all one big piece, because since I'm going to slip it on there, but I wanted it to be something I could take off without, having to undress her. And also, like I said, now it's actually sort of a necklace if I want to use it on any doll later. Like, it would actually fit well on a Smart doll or an American Girl doll. 7 inches works well as necklaces for them. All right, so she's got that on. All right, yeah, so it's hitting her about where I would want it to. There we go. So when she's displayed, this will be part of her ensemble. And I'm going to put her on the stand that she came with. That was a retractable stand. Give her her bird, and I have a couple of other props to add to her look. I got the boots on, by the way. There's real, this isn't faux. I think I might have said at the beginning of the video that this was faux, because the back of it is zipped for each of the boots. But this is actual, really, you have to tie this up and tie the knots and all that stuff. And they were a lot of work to get on this doll. Let me say, I love them. I mean, they are gorgeous, but I really wish the manufacturers would make them maybe the designers would make them just a smidgy bit bigger, because I have noticed this, especially on boots for these Ellowyne Wilde dolls. Let's see what she looks like on her stand with all of her props, and she is a beautiful, beautiful doll. Here she is with her robin. Again, this is a very important bird. It kind of has almost like some kind of magical connection in the story, because it befriends her, it helps her find the key, which I have right here. And it helps her find, the garden, and just hangs out with her. And she doesn't have a friend initially when she gets there, because she's such a little snot. It's hard for her to make friends. Like I said, she doesn't understand how to do that very well. So I think this doll is gorgeous. Oh, here's the little basket. This is a basket that I got from the Virtual Doll Convention a while back as a little freebie. And the flowers actually came with a Jin supermodel doll. She's on her stand. Here are the shoes, all laced up and ready to go. And these stockings, she came with the stockings. Like I said, she's probably going to be a display doll for me, which is unusual. I don't have a lot of dolls that just are display and I don't constantly do stuff with, but she is just amazing. Look at this hair. I'm not going to touch it. I mean, I'm touching it, but I'm not going to change it at all. I think it looks wonderful. Everything about her is just totally perfect. She's got this cute little bow. The hair is very bright, vibrant. So we'll see. Maybe someday I'll redress her, but right now I think she just looks perfect in this very detailed and beautiful outfit. And she's just a gorgeous doll. Look at those eyes. Let me know what you guys think. I'm sure most of you have probably read The Secret Garden, but maybe it's been a while. Like myself, I hadn't read it since I was a child. So it was kind of fun to revisit it. Are there any childhood stories that you actually really like now that you think about it a little bit? Is there one that is very special to you? I'd love to hear what it is in the comments. And as usual, please give this a thumbs up. We hope you're having a wonderful Dolly Day.